hard workers with high character. That's been the age-long philosophy from head coach Kirk Ferentz since he began his tenure at Iowa back in 1999. It continues this spring with the commitment from Drew Campbell, the edge rusher from Cedar Falls. Yes, the little brother of Jack Campbell, committing to the Hawkeyes. We'll talk about what it means and what he brings to the table in 2024. But first, have you ever sat around and thought, why is my wireless bill so high? Well, we've all had those thoughts, right? Perhaps you've heard of our partner, Mint Mobile. They're partnering with us for today's video, and perhaps you've seen their commercials, their funny commercials with Ryan Reynolds. But let's get serious for a second. Saving money is no laughing matter, especially in today's day and age. Now, with Mint Mobile, you'll get access to the nation's largest 5G network. You'll also get unlimited talk, text, and free hotspot. And switching to Mint Mobile is really quite easy. Visit www.mintmobile.com/Hawkeyes. You can also click the link in the description below. Again, that's www.mintmobile.com/Hawkeyes to see how Mint Mobile can save you money and provide you great wireless service at a great rate. Support our sponsors, Mint Mobile. We appreciate Mint Mobile being with us today. Again, visit mintmobile.com/Hawkeyes. So, Drew Campbell commits to the Hawkeyes. And this is a great ad for Iowa. There's no question about it. And normally I wouldn't advocate for a program recruiting a kid based solely on family. Now, this is not to say that Drew Campbell doesn't show you enough on tape to warrant a scholarship offer, because certainly he does. But given the roots of Drew Campbell, given who his brother was here, Jack Campbell leaves Iowa. And of course, the first-round draft pick by the Lions here a few days ago. But he leaves Iowa as one of the most heralded, highly esteemed players in Kirk Ferentz's history here at Iowa. And I think Kirk Ferentz would put him right towards the top as far as his all-time list. Again, just from a hardworking standpoint, a high-character standpoint, we know the storyline with Drew and Jack losing their grandfather shortly before the Music City Bowl, the night before the Music City Bowl this past December. And since then, I'm sure it's been a tumultuous few months for these kids and this family. But just the fact that Drew is brothers with Jack Campbell, and given Jack Campbell's personality, given his character, this had to attract the coaching staff to want to recruit Drew Campbell. Then you look at Drew Campbell on tape. He gives you good size and burst for his size. He's listed at around 6'4", 230. He is lined up on tape. He's lined up exclusively as an edge rusher. He has a knack for getting to the quarterback. He's not showing you a ton of different moves. He's going to develop those moves once he gets to Iowa, assuming he stays as an edge rusher. I doubt Iowa transitions him to a linebacker role. With his size, I suppose he could. He's similar in size to what his brother Jack was at this time in his development. But Jack had experience at the high school level. He lined up as, I believe, an outside linebacker in high school. And boy, he transitioned seamlessly at Iowa, and given his size, was able to play early. Drew, again, haven't seen that on tape, his ability to play in the open field. What are his feet like, his reaction skills, etc. But on the line, he's got good size and good burst. He'll develop more moves as he gets to Iowa and works with Kelvin Bell, Jay Neiman, etc. He was rated as a 3-star by most recruiting sites, a 4-star by On3. Had offers from Iowa State, from Northern Iowa, from Kansas State. You wonder, did some schools potentially hold back in recruiting Drew because of his connection to Iowa? Was it kind of a foregone conclusion from some schools that he would commit to Iowa? That's not how Drew made out his recruitment to be when talking with different recruiting people, but kind of the same situation when you look at a guy like Patrick McCaffrey and how his recruitment went. Now, I understand his dad was the coach at Iowa, but you just wonder if perhaps it was kind of a foregone conclusion from a lot of these coaches across the country that Drew was heading to Iowa because, again, just given who his brother was, he was going to attract some high major attention. And let's be honest, Iowa State, Kansas State, etc., those are good high major programs, but the list not quite as long as maybe you would anticipate. But again, good size, good burst from Drew Campbell. From what I've seen on tape, he'll develop more moves, but at his size, he could develop into a guy like a Deontay Craig or maybe even a bigger guy. I mean, he could grow another inch. How much heavier can he get? We'll see, but definitely either edge or linebacker. My guess is he stays as a DE and carves himself a nice career at Iowa. Would not be shocked. Would not be shocked at all if he ends up being an NFL guy in a few years. But he'll get here in 2024 and begin his tenure at Iowa. I'm sure Kirk Ferentz and company very excited to have another Campbell within the confines of Iowa football. So congratulations to Drew Campbell and his entire family. Been a rough few months, I'm sure, given the loss of their grandfather, but also been an exciting few weeks with the commitment of Drew Campbell and the drafting of Jack Campbell up to Detroit. He'll work with Sam Laporta up there. So appreciate you tuning in for another segment here. And thank you to our sponsors. I mentioned earlier in the show, support all of our sponsors by means of the description, the links in our descriptions. And we'll be back with you soon, continuing to talk about Iowa football, Iowa basketball, etc., right here from the Hawkeye of the Storm. Have a great day.